Hi Lambs, it's Joy here. We're going to be talking about a very sensitive subject when it comes to family planning. In my own life, I've had 2 miscarriages, and for the first time, I actually thought about the inability to be able to have children. So these next episodes that I'll be airing will be going out to all the family and friends that I love and you love, to let them know that there is hope and encouragement. So see you soon on these next episodes. Hi Lambs, I'm here today with Liz Escofri from Indie Fertility Care, and today we're going to be talking about fertility and families, and this is just a great topic to bring up and discuss out in the open. So Liz, tell us why we should care about talking about fertility.
It's certainly an important issue. We all think about it, whether we're wanting to become pregnant, wanting to avoid a pregnancy for a time, or anyone who has a reproductive health system. So that's everybody.
Right. And you mentioned before that we tend to talk about it with girlfriends and maybe a spouse, but not so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation out there. Some people may be really looking for answers if they're struggling with infertility, and maybe Google's coming up short or not having lots of different conflicting answers.
Oh, Google. All right, so let's get into what is infertility.
So infertility is actually a symptom of a disease. So we may think of it itself as a disease, but it's really not. It's actually some other sort of disease that's causing it. So if you think about someone having a heart attack, shortness of breath is a symptom. Right. It's really not effective to try to treat shortness of breath with an inhaler if you're having a heart attack. Kind of similar with infertility. Wow. So there's some sort of a root cause. Can be different reasons that's causing the inability to conceive.
What is the percentage by race that people are affected by infertility?
Yeah. So overall, it's about 1 in 6, 1 in 7 couples. That's overall. It's about twice as high for Black community and for Latino community.
What makes that higher for minority communities?
Yeah, well, sometimes they may be less likely to, seek out treatment. So they may not know of what options are out there that may affect the statistics. Also, higher prevalence of obesity can certainly be a contributor to some of the diseases that might lead to infertility that have gone undiagnosed, untreated for a long time.
And it's important to me to kind of tackle this subject too, because I've had a lot of dear friends that have struggled with infertility that want desperately to have children. So there may be others out there wanting to make sure we brought this kind of information to you and let you know that there is valid help out there available for you. Can infertility be something found in both men and women, or is it just the woman's fault?
No, it can be a male factor, can be female factor, can be both. So we see about 30% female factor, 30% male factor, 30% combined, and then about 10% unexplained. And that especially deserves attention because if you've received a diagnosis of unexplained infertility, there is a cause. We just haven't figured it out there, quite yet.
So that's kind of 30% men, 30% women. Sometimes it's both spouses, and then we still have 10% left that's unexplained.
You got it. Some of the major causes would be endometriosis, polycystic ovaries, PCOS is another common cause. Having hormone imbalances and then like fibroids would be some major causes of actual diseases that could lead to the symptom of infertility.
So if this is something you or a family member or somebody you care about is struggling with, those are some things that they can have looked at by their physician. Are there still stigmas out there that are surrounding?
Yeah, absolutely. For different personality types, some people may be more willing to talk about it with family and friends, and certainly some people just don't want to don't want to be asked about it. So I think we do need to be really sensitive about how we bring up things. I mean, around the holidays, like, you gonna have a kid anytime? Well, maybe they've been trying for 3-4 years.
That's
so being
something
really
we
careful.
don't think about. We just think they don't want kids. You don't think maybe they aren't able to have them. So what stigmas surround them besides they don't want kids?
That they did something to cause the infertility when many times there was no known cause or nothing intentional done. You're not at fault for facing infertility. It's
and
a
that's
common
good
issue.
to know. That's really good to know. So your organization, Indie Fertility Care, tell us more about what your organization does.
I teach the Creighton Model, and that's a system of learning how to track your fertility or chart the signs that your body gives you that you're either ovulating or possibly not ovulating, and to know the best times to time intercourse if you're trying to become pregnant would be a big key piece of it for infertility.
Okay.
For those facing the desire of not having a pregnancy at a given time, can also do education related to that. So my focus is educating, empowering the couple, the woman, also to know her own health, be an advocate for herself when she goes and sees her doctor, and referring her to medical professionals in the community.
That's very good.
Yeah.
All right. Lambs, so there you have it. Liz Escoffrey with Indy Fertility Care. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of JGT. We'll be back with more. Bye-bye.